You sure about that? You sure that black identity extremism is bullshit? Allow me to introduce you to someone. Ghazi Janya. Janya Ghazi.
Aquab, y'all. Say hey to my ancestors. What up, them? What up, them? Bup, bup, bup.
Black identity extremism is the FBI's latest tactic to criminalize black activists and justify increased police presence in black communities.
Yes, I'm sure the high crime rate has fuck all to do with the increase of police presence in black communities. It's just a grandiose conspiracy. Seriously, lady, do you have something against rationality?
Communities. If you look up black identity extremism, you won't find it online anywhere, because prior to a recent FBI report, it didn't exist. The report that introduced the term was released August 3rd, only a few days before the deadly white supremacist rally that took place in Charlottesville.
I knew Charlottesville would get thrown into this. Let me take a guess. You're gonna start harping on about right-wing terrorism next, aren't you?
In the report, the FBI creates a narrative of a dangerous, racially motivated group whose perceptions of police brutality against black people have spurred increased violence against law enforcement. Right-wing extremism leads to far more police deaths than what the report cites.
Holy shit. I'm 2 for 2. Also, yes, there are black identitarian movements who encourage violence against cops. Maybe if you pulled your head out of your ass before making that statement, you would remember a fellow by the name of Mika Xavier Johnson. You know, the dude who did this. And you know what he said when he was asked why he did what he did? He said he wanted to kill police officers, especially white police officers. Now, I know the counter argument that I'm going to get is, oh, the actions of one BLM supporter doesn't represent the entire movement. Well, I would believe that if it wasn't for shit like this.
Matter march to the gates of the state fair.
Pigs in a blanket! Fry like bacon!
Violence against law enforcement. Right-wing extremism leads to far more police deaths than what the report cites. And this year alone, 168 black people have been killed by police. In fact, white supremacists and right-wing extremism are responsible for 73% of deadly U.S. domestic terror attacks.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Islamic extremism has cornered the market on terror attacks. Furthermore, what political motive did Stephen Paddock have for doing what he did? You know, last I checked, nobody knows why the Las Vegas gunman shot up a country festival. You know, and even if there was a political reason behind his actions, I would venture to say that it would have been a left-wing terror attack. I mean, when you sit down and you think about it, does a country music festival sound like a lefty-exclusive gathering to you?
2001, and have killed more than 2/3 of police officers compared to their left-wing counterparts. Despite these stats, police kill black people 2.5 times more than they kill white people.
You know, it's weird because, I mean, when you think about it, 13% of the population of America is African American. Now, the way that you make it sound, to me, I mean, I'm no mathematician, don't ask me to draw up the statistics, but the way you make it sound, African Americans should be extinct in America right now.
And now they've created the myth of black identity extremism, all while right-wing extremism grows unchecked.
Yes, the FBI created black identity extremism. They just created it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that these upstanding citizens had nothing to do with that.
What they may feel about white people,
hate white people. All of them. Every last iota of a cracker, I hate him. Because we're still in this condition, man.
But y'all that account our empire, number one. You the same white man, you ain't no different from a white American. You're no different from a white prince. You from the Khazar Empire, you ain't never been a Jew. That's right. The scripture said Israel,
Israelites are not white. Israelites are not white.
You
know nothing about Jacob.
Let me show you what Christ got. I got to deal with him right now.
Christ, that's what
You bring about 6 million crackers that another cracker killed.
He white! Beat his shit! Bitch! That's what it's
What's y'all on there? Oh, I'm gonna laugh. I'm fuck.
Man, I need to get drunk.
This bitch ass nigga right here.
Yeah.
Bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga, boy. Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Fuck white people, boy.
Fuck them, bitch. Goofy.
Extremists are violently anti-police and anti-government and have killed more people than any other group since 2001. Today, there's a minimum of 4...
That's bullshit, Jenya. That's bullshit, you know it. Okay? Since 2001, your claim is that right-wing and white identitarian extremists have killed more people than any group in America. Okay. Let's go down the list of right-wing and white identitarian extremists that have killed people since 2001. You got Dylan Roof, and you got the dude who killed Heather Heyer in the Dodge Challenger. I'm going to go ahead and give him to you, but I want you to mull over 2 variables for me, Jenya. Alright. There's the fact that there was a far-left extremist group going around physically assaulting people that day. And there's also the retorted form of protest that Heather Heyer herself was engaging in, which is where dumbasses just stand in the middle of the road and hold up traffic. And with that being said, you can have that. So, Dylan Roof killed 9 people, the Challenger dude killed 1. So, you got 10. 10 people killed due to right-wing or white identitarian terror attacks. Okay. I'm about to shit all over your claim with just one case of an Islamic terror attack. Okay, Omar Mateen. Now, I know if you don't know who that is because it seems like your forte is just white extremism and white terrorism and right-wing extremism and right-wing terrorism. However, Omar Mateen pledged allegiance to ISIS and then walked into a gay club in Orlando, Florida, and proceeded to kill 58 people. Yeah, your claim is shit.
450 known white supremacist and right-wing extremist groups in the US. This is far more than any other group. Despite these overwhelming numbers, the FBI can only cite 6 examples of premeditated violence against police.
Okay, Jenya, can you yourself give more than 6 examples of right-wing extremists premeditatively killing officers? Can you? I'm not going to hold my breath, so I'm going to give you my opinion. The only reason why the FBI can come up with 6 examples is because it is so fucking rare. Jenya.
The examples indicate very different circumstances and ideologies, with race being the only common thread. They cite the killing of Michael Brown as a galvanizing moment, making clear that the FBI is connecting this to Black Lives Matter, a consistent subtext throughout the report. The FBI is politically motivated to find an equivalent to white supremacists, even where one doesn't exist. This is simply the latest tactic the FBI is using to justify tracking and criminalizing black activists. The most famous example being COINTELPRO in the late 1950s, designed to infiltrate and neutralize black nationalist movements. This report will be used to criminalize and surveil black activists seeking an end to police brutality. And most alarmingly, the only consistent thread that classifies black identity extremism is being black. The very premise of black identity extremism is racist. Anti-black racism and Islamophobia are being used to trick people to focusing away from the very dangerous reality of right-wing extremism.
Okay, Janya, is black identity extremism a thing or not? You know, because you just went from saying that it's a myth to saying that, or well, to acknowledging that black nationalism is a thing. Okay. Now, I'm just going to use the standards that you had set up. Okay, would you consider white nationalism to be a form of white identity extremism? I'm pretty damn sure you would. Also, the FBI isn't going to use this to criminalize people. Okay, they're not. Alright, this is just what the FBI does. They profile groups and people. I mean, that's one way that they solve crimes. They run psychological profiles and they study groups. Be it whomever, whatever, you know, just, yeah, they've been doing that. Also, Janya, you kind of disappointed me there. You kind of did, because I was hoping that you weren't going to just straight up play the race card. But, you know, I was kind of hoping that the far left had realized that just calling someone or something that you don't like or disagree with racist isn't working in their favor. But then again, you know, I mean, what is the definition of insanity? Doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. Alright, with that being said, insanity is a very, very notable trait among the far left. Hey guys, Red Triangle here. Welcome to the end of the video. I'm glad you made it. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Not because I want my stuff to hit the front page of YouTube, but because I genuinely have an interest in what people have to say. Thanks for watching, and peace.